Now children, so far we have seen normal salt. Now in this video we will see acid salts. So again take out your book, your first mark, page 49, and here after your normal salt, point number 2 is acid salts. You please underline its definition. Acid salts are formed by the partial replacement of the ionizable hydrogen atoms of a polybasic acid by a metal or an ammonium ion. Underline this. Then examples, you tick, underline, these two examples, the reaction, there are two. Underline those reactions, tick those reactions rather. And other examples of this acid salts are, you see, there were first two reactions. Then it is other examples, NaHSO3, Na2HPO4, NaH2PO4, all these. Then next point, we just have to have an idea. You need not underline this. Acid salts are usually formed when the amount of base taken is insufficient for incomplete neutralization. Now, take this green block. Acid salts ionize in water solution to give hydronium ions. Therefore, they show all the properties of an acid. Please underline and take this. So this is our second type of salts. Now we will see and study details of this. Now children, please try to understand. Now, so this is our second type of salts, acid salts. These are formed by the partial replacement of ionizable hydrogen atoms. Acid salts are formed by partial or incomplete replacement of ionizable hydrogen atoms in an acid, right? So normally for this we have those acids where the number of replaceable H is 2 or 3. Then only we can have incomplete. If there's only one, children, it makes no sense. So normally here we have acids which are like tribasic, or it can be H2O4, which is a dibasic acid. So you see the reactions here. Suppose I had H3PO4. This is not in your book example given. I am trying to explain you. Children, this acid, if I react with NaOH, it gives me NaH2PO4 plus water, right? NaOH. 1 mole reacted, we got NaH2PO4 because out of 3, 1 got displaced, 2 H are still there. If I take some more amount of base, say I've taken 2 moles of NaOH, now it gives me Na2HPO4 and 2H2O. Same acid, if I take adequate amount, good amount of NaOH, sufficient amount of NaOH, it reacts in this ratio. It combines with 3 moles of NaOH and now it gives me Na3PO4 plus 3H2O. So we see in this case only 1 H was displaced out of the 3, 2 H were intact. Second case, out of 3, 2 got displaced, 1 was still left, and in third case all 3 H got displaced still. So you see, those salts which are formed by incomplete or partial replacement of ionizable H atoms are called acid salts. And children, all these acid salts will be having at least one replaceable H in their chemical composition. Like here it has 2, here it has 1, but here there is no, right? So children, this will be your acid salt, this will be your acid salt, but this is your normal salt, or call it neutral salts, but normally we call normal salts. This is an example of normal salt because there is no replaceable H, no ionizable H left of acid. Here 1 H is left, so we call it an acidic salt. Here there are 2 replaceable H left, so it is an acidic salt. So these are some examples of your acid salts. They always have 1 replaceable H in their chemical composition. So these reactions were there, and I'll show you some more reactions. I again repeat, this is phosphoric acid. It gave you first, when we took 1 mole, it is monosodium dihydrogen phosphate. In second case, disodium monohydrogen or just hydrogen phosphate. In third case, there's no need to call trisodium phosphate. When you call it simply sodium phosphate, means there's no H replaceable. But here there are, so you don't have to worry for the name, children. No need to worry for the name, because these names will not be asked at your level. But I'm just showing you, see, here out of 3, 1 got displaced. Here out of 3, 2 got displaced. Here out of 3, all got displaced. So wherever we had displaceable H still left in the salt, we call it acid salt. But this was our normal salt. So it is like, depends upon the conditions. When I did not take sufficient amount, I got this way. Little more I took, I got this way. When I took sufficient amount of base, I got all 3 replaced. That's what they were saying. You see in your book, that's what I was trying to show. Acid salts are usually formed when the amount of base taken is insufficient for the complete neutralization of an acid. Because we know for complete neutralization of phosphoric acid, we need 3 moles of NaOH. But I took 1 or 2, so naturally it cannot allow H3PO4 to undergo complete neutralization, and hence we got this types of salts, and they are acid salts because they have at least one replaceable H in their chemical composition, in their formula. But the moment we took sufficient amount, it had undergone complete neutralization and we got back the normal salt. So this was their, children. I'll write one more example, other 2 examples I'll show you which you have already studied. So you see here, I'm showing you. Now you see, if I take this H2SO4 and I take, say, what do you want? NaC. This is in your book also. It gives me, and temperature is below 200 degrees Celsius. It gives me NaHSO4 plus HCl, right? But if I take, say, H2SO4 and NaCl, and temperature I take here above 200 degrees Celsius, I get now Na2SO4 plus 2HCl, right? So you see, this is how it takes place. Here we still have one displaceable H. So this will be our acid salt, but this will be our normal salt. Children, this is how we have studied about acid salts, and these have one ionizable H. So when they are dissolved in water, they furnish H plus ions, and because they furnish H plus ions, they show properties quite similar to acids. So acid salts show properties similar to acids because they have got one displaceable H or ionizable H present in their formula, in their chemical composition. When dissolved in water, they furnish this H plus and hence show properties similar to acids. That's what they are saying. Acid salts show, or acid salts ionize in water solution to give hydronium ions, and therefore they show all the properties of an acid. Hope this point is clear to you. Examples I have shown you. They might ask you which among the following is an acid salt, or give an example of acid salt. So you can take this way. So I think, children, I should stop here for acid salts here. Hope it is clear, simple, just understand, and hope there's no scope for any doubt. But still, if you have, as I told you, keep on noting down, WhatsApp me, I'll take up in my next class, right? So in this video, I'll stop here, and in my next, I'll teach you other type of salt, right? So I'm coming back to the next video.